In this example, we are given a periodic discrete time signal xn together with some information about it. We are asked to express the signal in the form a times cosine of bn plus c, and then determine the values of a, b, and c. Let's solve the problem step by step. First, let's review the information given in the problem. We are told that the signal xn is real valued and even. Recall an important property of the discrete time Fourier series. If a periodic signal xn is real valued and even, then its Fourier series coefficient are also real valued and even. Since the coefficients are real valued, each coefficient is equal to its own magnitude. Also, because the coefficients are even, a k is equal to a minus k. This is the first important piece of information we can use. Next, we are told that the fundamental period of the signal is 10. Recall another important property. The Fourier series coefficients of a discrete time periodic signals are themselves periodic, and their period is equal to the fundamental period of the signal. Since the period is 10, we have a k equals a k plus 10. Now let's use the information given in the problem. We are told that A11 is equal to 5. Because the coefficients are periodic with period 10, A1 is equal to A11. Therefore, A1 is equal to 5. Since the coefficients are also even, A minus 1 is equal to A1. Therefore, a minus 1 is also equal to 5. Now let's use the Parseval relation. Recall that Parseval's relation states that 1 over n times the summation of the magnitude squared xn over 1 period is equal to summation of magnitude squared of Fourier series coefficients over 1 period. In this problem, the value of the left-hand side is given as 50. Therefore, the summation of the magnitude squared of the Fourier series coefficients over 1 period is also equal to 50. Since the period is 10, we may choose any interval of the length 10. For convenience, let's choose the interval from -1 to 8. Now let's expand the summation. It becomes the magnitude squared of a minus 1 plus the magnitude squared of a 0 plus the magnitude squared of a1 plus the magnitude squared of a2 and so on up to the magnitude squared of a8. This entire sum is equal to 50. We already know that a minus 1 equals 5 and a1 also equals 5. Their squared magnitude are 25 and 25. Together, they already add up to 50. Therefore, all the remaining Fourier series coefficients must be equal to 0. In particular, A0, A2, A3, and all the remaining coefficients within one period are 0. Now let's reconstruct the signal. Recall that any periodic discrete time signal can be written as the summation of AK multiplied by e to the power of jk omega 0 n over one period. Since the fundamental period is 10, the fundamental angular frequency is 2p divided by 10, which simplifies to p over 5. Therefore, the signal can be written as the summation of AK e to the power of jk p over 5 n. However, we have already found that only two coefficients are non-zero. These are a-1 and a1. Therefore, the signal becomes a-1 e to the power of minus jp n over 5 plus a1 e to the power of jp n over 5. Substituting the coefficients values, we obtain 5 e to the power of jp n over 5 plus 5 e to the power of minus jp n over 5. Now let's recall Euler identity. Cosine of theta is equal to 1/2 e to the power of j theta plus 1/2 e to the power of minus j theta. Comparing our expressions with this identity, we can rewrite the signal as ten cosine of Pn over 5. Finally, let's compare this result with the required form, a cosine of Bn plus c. From this comparison, we conclude that a is equal to 10, b is equal to p over 5, and c is equal to 0. This example demonstrated how the properties of the discrete-time Fourier series can be used to reconstruct a signal from its Fourier series coefficients. Along the way, we reviewed the properties of real-valued and even signals, the periodicity of Fourier series coefficients, Parseval relation, and Euler identity. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future signals and system tutorials. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below or contact me using the email address provided in the video description.